Today, we're gonna look at how fashion changed from the roaring 20s to today. 1920s. The 1920s was a jaw-dropping era for women. At the time, America was booming after World War I, and women were ready to shake things up. Their dresses became the ultimate symbol of change. Before the 1920s, women were practically prisoners in their own clothes. It was impossible to move freely, but this decade was the dawn of modern womanhood. While other women were trapped in their corsets,
that's it!
Gabrielle Coco Chanel wanted to be free. Nothing is more beautiful than the freedom of the body, she declared. And she didn't just talk the talk, but walk the walk. Armed with this saying, she created the little black dress, an iconic Chanel two-piece suit, nautical tops, and chic women's pants. Some of the most glamorous women in history, like Princess Diana, Grace Kelly, and Audrey Hepburn, all donned her Chanel suit. This era also saw women's skirts shortened by a whopping 15 inches. In December 1929, the Binghamton Press ran a story that would blow your mind. They showed a photo from a 1914 women's convention. All the women were in full-length skirts, dragging in the dirt, but by 1929, they had ditched their long skirts for shorter and lighter ones. And boy, this caused a stir. Some men wanted skirts longer, but women stood their ground. These skirts were still below the knees, but it was a revolution in fashion. Today, we have mini, midi, maxi, and all sorts of skirts. But let's focus on mini skirts. These skirts were a true symbol of autonomy and self-expression. They were anywhere from 10 to 17 inches. These outfits scream, "I own my body." But the revolution didn't stop there. Women wanted the same freedom for their torsos. Back then, bras were like cages created to hold and restrict. Dozens of inventors wanted to design the perfect one that allowed women to move freely while offering support. These bras came in soft, dreamy colors like pale green, tea rose, and peach. Imagine wearing a bra that didn't only support, but felt amazing too. The next time you wear a bra, think of those incredible women from the 1920s. They paved the way for comfort and freedom that women enjoy today.
Thank you so much!
Should we talk about Coco Chanel and how she changed fashion? The 1940s. Did you think that 1920s women wore short dresses? Wait till you see how the 1940s women transformed fashion. Fun fact, if a woman wasn't naturally an hourglass shape, her clothes were designed to make her look like one. By the 1940s, World War II had started and fabric was rationed like never before. Dresses got even shorter and moved from below the knee to right at knee length. And get this, shoulder pads were popular. Every dress, blouse, or jacket had these massive shoulder pads extending past the shoulders, giving women a bold and powerful look. Talk about making a fashion statement. As for necklines, they were something else. They varied from sweetheart, square, slit, shirred, cross front, or even V-shaped. But here's the thing, no woman showed her cleavage. Everything was modest, revealing very little skin compared to today's fashion. The fabric shortage brought about the two-piece known as the victory or utility suit. Women could mix and match blouses, skirts, and jackets to create a new outfit every day. Imagine doing that today. Your friends would ask if you're okay. Dresses in this era didn't have pleats or gathers because they wasted fabric. Teenagers were the biggest fans of skirts. They went crazy for plaids, stripes, and full skirts. At the time, too, pants were primarily for men. Only women working in factories wore them to maneuver their environment. But then, towards the end of the decade, manufacturers started making pants for women. These pants were high-waisted, had full legs, and wide cuffs at the bottom. They were made of cotton, denim, or wool. At first, women wore them to work, but soon they became part of their casual wardrobe at home. It didn't take long before pants became super popular, but it took decades before they were allowed in schools or professional jobs. Take a second to look at the 1940s fashion and tell us what you love most about them. 1960s. We can't talk about the 1960s without mentioning Jackie Kennedy Onassis, the ultimate women's fashion icon. Jackie rocked clean, simple, and perfectly matched outfits that made women everywhere want to copy her look. She wore dresses without jackets and collars with one big top button and low-heel shoes. Let's remember her signature pillbox hat. She was the last celebrity to make this hat a must-have fashion item. Unfortunately, she disappeared from the public eye after her husband was assassinated, leaving a void no one else could fill. The 1960s was the era of go-go boots. These boots were originally mid-calf, white, with low heels and square toes. They were perfect for go-go dancers and nightclubs. Over time, they evolved into boots with block heels and square toes. This trend is still alive today, with designers playing around with colors and lengths. And who can forget Nancy Sinatra's hit song, "These Boots Are Made for Walking," which turned these boots into a fashion staple. But wait, there's more. The 60s also gave birth to mod fashion. The mod is short for modernity. It was a subculture that started in London in the 50s and exploded in the 60s. It was all about being free-spirited and jazzy. Women wore bold colors, sleek silhouettes, and out-of-the-box patterns inspired by French and Italian fashion. Makeup styles changed and became more pronounced, showing that women were taking charge of their looks. Mod fashion wasn't just a fleeting trend, it was a cultural movement and a huge break from the conservative styles of the 1950s. It was daring, fun, and revolutionary. Think of Jackie Kennedy as the most famous fashion icon of this era. By the way, if you want to be a part of our weekly shout-out giveaway, please comment below "I subbed" and we'll share your post in the next video. 1980s. Women's fashion in the 1980s was big, bold, and beautiful. But hold on to your hats, because the 80s were all about overdoing things. If a woman wanted colorful jewelry, she wouldn't just wear a necklace, she wore piles of them to make a statement. And let's talk about the hair. Today, there are many ways to style curly hair, but in the 80s, women got creative with what they had. They either brushed out their waves into a massive poofy ball, or added so much that their curls looked shiny and wet. These curls were immovable, even in the wildest winds. The scrunchy hairstyle was another iconic look. Women didn't want a full ponytail or to wear their hair down. Instead, they went for the half-up, half-down scrunchy style. It might have looked incomplete, but 80s women rocked it with confidence. Speaking of doing too much, Cyndi Lauper took it too seriously. She had her unique style second to none. She dripped in bangles with multicolored hair and outfits to match. Only smart and confident women pulled off this level of style explosion. Today, copying her look might make people question your sanity, but back then, it was pure genius. The 80s was a time of fearless fashion that still makes us smile. 1990s. We still can't get over the fashion of the 90s. They were an absolute blast, thanks to style icons like Naomi Campbell, Jennifer Lopez, and Nia Long. From sexy slip dresses to crop tops, casual overalls, and groovy swirl patterns, this era had it all. Celebrities rocked casual blazer shirts under luxury blazers. It was cool and totally unexpected. Now here's the shocking part about this era. Wearing black tights with every ensemble was normal. Yes, you heard right. Even in the warmer months, you'd see women pairing black tights with summer dresses and tank tops. Crazy! When it came to iconic slip dresses, Kate Moss, Naomi Campbell, and Gwyneth Paltrow made it a huge hit. They wore them to weddings and formal occasions. Today, wearing a slip dress might make you look underdressed, but back then, it was the height of fashion. It gets even crazier. Women wore pants under skirts. Gwen Stefani rocked this look, and it was a total banger. In 2017, ASOS, which was a British online fashion and cosmetic retailer, tried to bring this trend back with a $72 bedazzled pair of pants covered by a denim skirt. But shoppers didn't like it. They were baffled by the odd dress, proving that some trends are best left in the past. Mom's jeans are back and bigger than ever. With their high waist and straight leg cut, they're the top pick for denim lovers everywhere. It's not just these jeans making a comeback, fashionistas are reviving all sorts of vintage clothes from the past. I'm talking about leather dresses, cowboy boots, disco tops, checked blazers, lace dresses, and so much more. They're back like they never left. It's like the best of the past inspiring our present. Today, women wear their emotions on their legs, sleeves, waist, and everywhere else. Dresses are everything. Traditional, casual, elegant, creative, dramatic, romantic, and sexy. Next time you shop for a new dress, see if you can spot the decade that inspired it. Fashion is all about mixing the old with the new, and it's here to stay.